Welcome to Naveen Automation Labs, guys. Please subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon to get some interesting videos on Selenium and automation. Guys, we will be discussing some amazing tools and technologies, so please keep watching the videos. Hello, welcome to Selenium Training, guys. This is Naveen here once again. So, guys, today I'm going to cover one very important thing, that is, what is HTML DOM? What is Document Object Model? Generally we say this term that, okay, yeah, we have a page element not available inside the document object or something like that. So I'll tell you what do you mean by document object model. In fact, at the time of interview also, they ask that, okay, what do you mean by HTML DOM? And most of the people, we say that, okay, yes, okay, let's see, element not found exception or state element exceptions are coming in Selenium. We say that, okay, that particular element got staled, and which is not available in HTML DOM. So very straightforward answer, we say that, okay, yes, which is not available in HTML DOM. And what is HTML DOM? That document object model. But what exactly it is? What do you mean by HTML DOM? What is document object model? What is the purpose? How exactly Selenium is interacting? How exactly the concept of HTML DOM, XML DOM, okay, and core DOM, okay, you should know about all these things. Okay, so we will cover all these things, that how exactly JavaScript is calling, okay, HTML DOM APIs. Most of the people, they are not aware about that HTML DOM is an API. It's available in the form of interface, so that it will give you provision to call the JavaScript API, JavaScript functions, so that we can change the DOM structure. But these are very heavy terms, the DOM structure, JavaScript. We are calling these, HTML properties and changing the properties and all. But how exactly and what exactly it is? It's a little confusing. So a lot of people, they are asking me that, okay, Naveen, please explain, what do you mean by HTML DOM? So at a time of interview, you should not feel that I'm not aware about HTML DOM. That everybody says that, okay, element is not exist in HTML DOM, it got expired or something like that. But who provides that HTML DOM? Okay, so these are the very confusing things are there. And I have seen it at the time of interviews also. Whenever I take interviews, people say that, okay, yeah, maybe element is not available in DOM. When the moment I say what is DOM, and they say I don't know what is HTML DOM, what is document object model. So we should know what is HTML DOM, what is document object model. Okay, so today, guys, there is no programming, nothing. We will not write any code. This is just the concept, very important concept. Okay, so first of all, what is HTML DOM? So guys, there are three types of DOM. First of all, the full form of DOM is document object model. One is HTML DOM, another one is your XML DOM, and the third one is core DOM. Okay, HTML DOM is the standard model for HTML documents. XML DOM for XML documents, and for core DOM is for all different types of documents. Okay, so we will learn one by one. So, but before that, I'll give you one very basic example, that this is a typical structure of document object model. You can see that one document is there. Under the document, we have HTML code. This is my root element. One HTML tag is there. Under that tag, we have number of tags like head tag. Under head, we have title, and then we have my title. Okay, text is there. Then let's see, we have one button or body. Under that body, we have href, then a property, then headers we have. And for this a tag, we have my link is the text, and for h1, my header is the text, or maybe some buttons are there, or checkboxes or radio buttons are there. Divs, okay, divs are there. So whenever you see any page, let's see, I'll open this particular page, that let's see, this CRM and if you spy any, let's see, any element, so this is what you see. This is a complete HTML DOM structure is coming, guys, right? This is a complete HTML document. You can see the first is document, the first node is document. So what do you say? This is not the exact HTML code. Okay, guys, this is the HTML DOM. And if you see the more DOM structure, you can see that this particular tab in Firebug and Firepath, this is a complete document object model in the form of this particular diagram. If you see, okay, it is like that. Okay, guys. So always remember that this particular document object model, if you open this, see we have document, then we have HTML, then we have head. Under that head we have untitled, then we have different frame set, okay, and we have number of attributes are available in these nodes. But this is not, guys, this is not the complete HTML code. See, HTML, this is not HTML code. This is HTML DOM. This is called DOM, HTML document object model, right? So guys, always remember this thing, that in any HTML DOM, we have this kind of root hierarchy. Then we have first document, then we have root elements, then we have different elements are available inside that head element, then we have element body, like this. Okay, so they will ask you at time of interview, just okay, give me the architecture, give me the basic the diagram of HTML DOM, so you can show like this. Okay, now we need to understand how exactly it works. So we know that okay, this is HTML DOM, but we should know that how exactly it works. So let's see, I'll create one basic diagram and then I'll explain you that how exactly it works. Okay, so first of all, guys, HTML DOM is what? So DOM is, guys, always remember, this is my document object model. It is W3C standard. Okay, W3C standard provision. Okay, what do you mean by W3C? W3C means World Wide Web Consortium. Okay, this is a standard for all the, it's compulsory. Okay, whenever you are launching your web application, it's compulsory that you are following all the rules and regulations which are defined by W3C. So W3C is a standard, okay, term that under that particular category all the apps should be satisfied. Okay, so what do you mean by DOM? That, as I told you, that DOM is the document object model, which is a platform. It is a kind of platform, I would say. It is a kind of platform, or I would say interface, which are available in the form of APIs. Okay, guys. Okay, and it is available in the form of APIs. And who will call these APIs? First of all, this particular platform will be provided by, okay, so let's see, I'll create one platform. This is my document object model over here. Okay, this is a kind of platform. But who will provide this particular platform? So there will be multiple platform will be there. Okay, let's like see this is HTML DOM. 3 HTML DOM I have. I'll write this is the first HTML DOM, which is provided by, let's see, Chrome. So HTML DOM, guys, always provided by a specific browser. So this is HTML DOM provided by Chrome. Okay, and let's see, okay, this is for provided by Firefox, guys. Okay, and this is provided by, let's see, maybe Internet Explorer. So sometimes we say that okay, why HTML DOM structure of Internet Explorer is very slow. Okay, because HTML DOM is not the standard thing for all the browsers, because Chrome, okay, provided by Google, so Google is working upon Chrome. Firefox is provided by Mozilla, so Mozilla company is working upon, they will create their own DOM structure according to their browser. Okay, Internet Explorer is provided by Microsoft, so Microsoft is working upon their own DOM structure. So on the basis of different versions, sometimes we say that okay, our script is working fine on i7, i8 and i9, but it's not working on 10 and 11, and vice versa. So according to the different versions also, i8, i9 DOM structure will be changed. Maybe they will add something, they change something, they update or delete something like that. Okay, so first thing is HTML DOM always, guys, provided by specific browser vendors. Okay, we have Safari also, we have Opera also, provided by these browser specific vendors. Okay, now let's see, I have one site, my site name is, let's see, http www.facebook.com. okay, so this particular site should be compatible with this guy, okay, with Firefox, Chrome and Internet Explorer. It should be compatible. Fine, it should be compatible. So what exactly Facebook.com will do, the Facebook.com developers, they will have to, okay, what exactly they have to do? So whenever we say that, okay, cross browser testing we have to perform. So Facebook.com should be compatible with Chrome, Facebook.com should be compatible with Firefox, and Facebook.com should be compatible with Internet Explorer, Safari and Opera also. So this, whenever the UI developers, okay, they are working with that particular thing, so they will, what exactly they will do, so this is the interface API provided by Chrome and interface API or HTML DOM provided by Chrome. Same thing, one interface API provided by this guy, okay, Firefox, and this HTML DOM interface API provided by this guy, Internet Explorer also. And Facebook.com should be compatible with this DOM. Facebook should be compatible with interface API with this particular Firefox DOM also, and same thing for Internet Explorer. So that's why we say that, okay, whenever developers they write their code, the UI developers, okay, they always write the code which is compatible with all the browsers. But the backend will remain same, guys, because backend doesn't matter. Backend, either your web services or your database, it will remain same. So my backend is available here. These are my web services, and this is my backend, right? So because web services generally, let's say these are my, or I'll call services. This is my service layer. Okay, so this is my service layer, and this is my DB database. So obviously service layer and database we cannot open in Safari browser and all those stuff, so these are independent things. And all these are the clients. Three clients are there. These clients are interacting with my service layer, getting the data from database and all those stuff. That is a different thing, we will not talk about it now. Facebook.com, the Java developer will write one JavaScript library over here for Chrome, Firefox and Internet Explorer. What exactly they will do, they will, okay, so they will write some JavaScript, okay, JavaScript thing over here. Same thing they will write it over here also, and same thing for the specific Internet Explorer also, they will write the separate JavaScript functions for IE, Firefox and Chrome. Okay, and this document object model, okay, which is exactly 95% cases which will remain same, okay, for all the different browsers. But sometimes what happens that, okay, sometimes DOM doesn't get loaded properly. Okay, this particular DOM doesn't get loaded properly. Sometimes what happens that, okay, some element could not be loaded properly. Let's see this element body, we have 100 of elements are available, and out of 100 elements, let's say 10 elements could not be loaded properly, or some Ajax component could not be loaded properly on Internet Explorer. So that's not the problem with the application, that's a problem with the browser. We have to make it compatible with that. So that's why we always say that, okay, with Internet Explorer my scripts are very, slow, or performance issues are there, and we are not able to, we are not we are getting a lot of StaleElement exceptions or ElementNotFound exceptions, right? Because ultimately what exactly it will do, it will, just a minute. Yeah. So what exactly it will do, guys, it will interact with that particular DOM structure. Okay, just a minute. Okay, guys, so JavaScript is written by the developer according to, so what exactly JavaScript W3C will give different APIs. What kind of APIs? It will give a typical CRUD APIs that, okay, so a DOM interface API will give you different options, that different CRUD API. Let's see, generally we say that, have you ever seen that document dot get element by ID like this? So we can perform some get, we can add some attribute also, or we can change some attribute also, or we can do some deletion also, something like this. So all these four APIs means CRUD APIs. Okay, so this is R. Add means create, change means update, and delete means delete. So CRUD, okay, all these CRUD APIs, okay, are provided by the specific DOM. All these APIs are available here. Same APIs are available here also. Same APIs are available in Internet Explorer also. Now our UI developer, okay, they will call these APIs to interact with these elements. Let's say click on a button. So before clicking on that particular element or a particular button or a link, okay, they will fetch they will fetch that particular button properties, and then they will perform dot click action, okay, on click action and dot click action, something like that. Okay, so there are number of options we can perform with the JavaScript, and these operations are like this. That JavaScript can change all the HTML elements in the page. Okay, JavaScript can change all the HTML attributes also in the page. Let's say you want to change the CSS styles, you can change it. So the typical browser, okay, CRUD APIs are available. Let's see, one button is there, login button is there, which is by default it's coming in the green color, which is provided by Firefox. Or on Safari, if you say look and feel on Safari is amazingly good as compared to other things. But on same thing on Internet Explorer, it looks very bad. Okay, the look and feel is very boring on Internet Explorer, right? So how exactly? Because the default look and feel provided by browser, and those properties are available where in this particular DOM structure. But Internet Explorer DOM structure is very poor in terms of look and feel, in terms of performance. So obviously the look and feel of the application will look very poor, okay, in that particular browser. But same thing, it looks very good on Firefox, on Chrome and Safari. So this is the reason that, let's see, one login button is there which is coming in normal color. But if you want to change that login button color to red color or green color or blue color or whatever, or you want to provide some animations through JavaScript or something like that, okay, so all these things you can do it. CSS styles also you can do that. You can remove the existing HTML elements and attributes, okay, from the DOM. Okay, so once you get the DOM of that particular page, okay, so guys, always remember, document object model is defined page wise. Okay, so what exactly it will do on the facebook.com, let's see, we have different pages. My first page is, let's see, my first page is home page. So for home page it will be a separate DOM. Okay, for, let's see, uh, after home page, let's see, we have settings page. For settings page we have different DOM. Let's see, after that we have news feed page, it will be a separate DOM. Okay, then we have, let's see, one more page, privacy. For privacy page also we have different DOM. Okay, so for all Facebook particular application, each and every browser they will create, okay, separate DOM, but DOM will be created at runtime, guys. The moment I open facebook.com, the first login page DOM will be loaded on the browser. Okay, then the second will be loaded on the browser, then the third will be loaded on the browser, okay, according to the different browser specific thing. Now the Java, this particular DOM, the importance of DOM is that through JavaScript, now the JavaScript immediately will become very powerful. Through this JavaScript, we can interact with these APIs. So what exactly we can do through this JavaScript, we can interact with these interface, these APIs, and we can perform on these multiple pages. Okay, if you want to click, if you want to change the property or any kind of action if you want to do, you can perform. So JavaScript will interact with these DOM APIs, CRUD APIs, that get and add or change the color, or get that element and then click on it and update the property at the runtime. Okay, or let's see, sometime what happens that, okay, on the basis of some condition, the properties are getting changed and color is getting changed, right? Some flash is coming or something like that. So all these things are happening because of JavaScript is not directly interacting with these guys. Okay, on these pages, JavaScript is interacting with the DOM first, and through DOM API, they are calling and they are updating all these CRUD operations. Okay, like this. So all these things, like we can add new HTML elements and attributes also. Okay, new elements also we can do that. So that particular everything we can do that. So with the object model, JavaScript gets all the power it needs to create dynamic HTML. So that's why we always say that, okay, this is a dynamic HTML code. Dynamic HTML code is there on the basis of some condition. Dynamic pages are coming. Let's see, on a typical website, add to cart application, e-commerce application on Flipkart or Amazon. Let's see, today you have five products are there in add to cart. Tomorrow it will be 15. So this is dynamic, right? And the user profile will be different for the different users. So this is so dynamic in nature. That page is so dynamic in nature. Different products will be there, different description, prices, everything will be different. It means different elements will be there, different images will be there, right? So through all these things we can create dynamic pages with the help of DOM. Okay, so JavaScript developer, okay, that particular guy can do all these stuffs. Okay, if DOM is there. Direct JavaScript, we cannot do that. So in between DOM, this guy is there, and it will say that, okay, boss, you can change whatever you want to change. We will give all these APIs, call my APIs, call my methods, all these CRUD methods, and whatever you want to do, you can do it with the pages. Okay, let's say I want to update the cart or update the product page. In electronics item today we have mobile, different 15 mobiles are there. Okay, and I can add one more mobile device over there, let's say iPhone X or iPhone 8, right? So this is called DOM structure, guys. Okay, so always remember the DOM structure, always it looks like this, right? It looks like this, guys. Second thing is the JavaScript, okay, for the different browsers. Let's see, on same thing on Internet Explorer, we say that, okay, JavaScript will call this particular API, interface API, and through interface API we can access all the different pages. And if you want to make any changes, you can do that accordingly, right? So this is, guys, very important. So always very straightforward document. Okay, the definition of document object model, okay, that whenever the web page is loaded, okay, browser automatically creates a document object model of that particular page. Okay, so whenever, see, if you see on Firefox, and let's see, I'll go to contacts. Okay, just a minute, let me log in again. Right, guys, so see, I'm coming on home page. So the moment the home page is getting loaded, in the background document object model is also getting loaded. Okay, so if you see, this is, let's see, I'll spy anything. So this is a document object model of that complete home page, like this is a document object model, guys. So whenever we say that, okay, now if you refresh this page, guys, again this document object model will be changed, right? Now let's see, today you have taken driver dot find element by dot, okay, id, and let's see 20 checkboxes are there, and you have taken 20 checkboxes, something like that, driver dot find elements by dot id. Okay, so I'll write some very simple in the diagram itself, I'll write some basic thing. Just a minute, yeah. Let's see, I'm gonna write very simple thing, that simple driver dot find elements and by dot, let's see, sorry, xpath, and some xpath will be there. Okay, simple, and this will give you one list object, right? Like this, right? Normally we write, let's see, this is for home page, we write like this, driver.find element by.xpath. Now let's see, after this particular step, what I'll do, I'll refresh the page. Okay, I'll refresh the page, this is my second step, I'll refresh the page. Okay, and then again what I'll do, again I'll write the same thing, that this particular thing, okay, that list.web element, let me write it again, driver dot find elements by dot xpath, and whatever the xpath, something like this, I'll write it again the same line, and then I'll take inside this list object. Okay, guys, simple, I'm writing, okay, this particular line again. Okay, so for the same page, let's see, this is for home page. Home page, I'm doing all these stuff. So this is my first step, this is my first step, and then this is my, I'll do refresh. Okay, guys, and then the third time I'm doing this thing, this is my third step. Now see what will happen. The first step, it will create one list object, it will create this particular list object, guys, and let's see, object name is o1. Okay, guys, I'm simple writing, object name is o1. Okay, I'll refresh it again, one object will be created, and I will say this is o2. Let's see, Man, let me write like this. Let's see O2. Okay, and this is O1. Okay, now the page is same, but the first time one list object will be created on the basis of this particular object model. And after refreshing the page, again document object model will be refreshed, guys. So whenever we refresh the page, most of the time we are getting stale element exception, because whatever the elements are available in this particular object, let's see there are 10 elements are available in this particular element. Okay, these elements might be staled, okay, because these elements will be stored in this particular list. But if you refresh the page again, one more document object will be created like this. Okay, and three elements are there, so these three elements and these three elements are different, guys. Okay, so let's see now in the next line, if you are writing something like this, that list dot get that particular element, and you get that particular element dot click, you are performing, right, guys? Okay, after refreshing this, and you are not writing this third line. Let's see, there is no third line. Okay, you are not writing this line. Okay, and you write this and you refresh the page and you write list dot get I dot click, it will not work. It will give you stale element exception. Okay, what exactly it will give you? Stale element exception. It means, what do you mean by stale? Stale means it got staled. Okay, it is not fresh. Stale means not fresh, right? This is means, I'll write in simple word, not fresh. It is gone from the DOM, so it will give you stale element exception. So guys, always remember what happens sometimes. Let's say you're coming on the home page and you take the list or any element, and then you are, and maybe by any chance you are refreshing the page, or maybe by any chance DOM got expired, or okay, and maybe that particular section, the small section, got refreshed due to Ajax component or something like that. It can be any reason. It can be refresh also. It can be some section got changed or updated, something like this. Okay, it may be refresh also, or it can be any reason that this particular object is gone. It means these elements also gone. Now you're performing that, okay, list dot get I dot click, it obviously it will not work, right? It will not work. I'll give you one perfect example. Let's see, this is my page. I'm clicking on calendar, right? Let's see, first time I'm coming on this home page. I have taken the list object, all these elements, all these links I have taken inside the list object. Okay, all these list, home, calendar, companies, contact, deals, task, etc. And then one by one I want to click on it. So what I'll do, I'll click on calendar. How will I click on calendar? It's simple, list dot get I dot click. Okay, and I is equal to 1, list dot get 1 dot click. I'll come on this page. If I write now list dot get 2 dot click, it will not work, because that list object is gone now, because the page has been changed. After coming to calendar, see, page is getting refreshed, the new page is loaded. It means the DOM object has been changed, right? So that's why I'll get stale element exception in that case. Okay, so how to resolve this problem? To resolve this problem, we have to use this concept, guys. We have to use this concept that, again, we have to take this particular thing. Again, we have to get the list. Okay, we have to update the latest list object, latest elements list we need. Otherwise, it will not work. Okay, guys. So stale element exception, element not found exception, okay, or maybe element reference exceptions, element reference gone. It means your DOM got staled. Okay, so what is DOM? This is the concept of DOM. Most of the folks, they don't understand what is DOM, and they straightforward say that, okay, at the time of interview, yeah, I mean, maybe DOM got it's not available inside a DOM. But what is DOM, boss? We have to tell that what is DOM, right? So to understand this concept, guys, always keep this thing in your mind, that DOM is provided by, okay, the DOM is provided by the specific browser. Okay, if you see the DOM of Firefox, this is a DOM. If you spy anything, see, this is a DOM structure we are getting. Same thing, if you open this particular application in Google Chrome or Safari or any other browser, the DOM will be different. Let's say I'll open in Chrome. Okay guys, let's see, I'm opening freecrm.com over here, and I'll enter. Okay, now if you spy anything here, we right click and inspect. So this is a different DOM structure we are getting, guys. Although most of the DOM structures are exactly same on the different browsers. Okay, but this is a DOM structure provided by Chrome. This is a DOM structure provided by Safari. Okay, this is a DOM structure provided by Firefox, sorry, Chrome, and this is for Firefox, or maybe for Internet Explorer it will be different. So DOM is a typical format is like this, it will be like this. Okay, but the concept of DOM is it will provide one provision. What kind of provision it will give? It will provide one provision that it will, you can do such kind of stuff that you can, it will give one power to JavaScript, different powers to JavaScript. Okay, that JavaScript can get all the elements, can change the elements, can delete the elements, delete the element properties also, can update the properties, they can update the elements, they can add some different elements also to create the dynamic pages. Okay, so this is very powerful, and always remember these 3-4 points. With document object model, JavaScript gets all the power it needs to create dynamic HTML. Okay, so HTML DOM is what? HTML DOM is an interface which is provided by the specific browser, and this interface will give you different APIs. What kind of APIs? CRUD APIs. To get the element, add the element, change the element, delete elements. Okay, sometimes we see that okay, one button is disabled on Internet Explorer. Okay, so specifically we have to raise a bug that okay, this button is not working fine, especially for cross browser testing. Whenever we do manual testing, right, that button is not disabled, or link is not available, or maybe some different issue that button is not clickable, right, on Internet Explorer or on Firefox, because of the DOM structure is different. So at the runtime, now it's a developer duty. Okay, they will change the property of that particular button to make it enable, right? So guys, please understand what is the StaleElement exception and how exactly it is coming. Don't say straightforward that okay, don't talk in, you know, that something very stupid that okay, yeah, I mean it's not available in DOM, that's why it's not coming. But what is DOM? I have seen a lot of people, they say that okay, HTML DOM got refreshed or something like that, or some, you know, XYZ reasons. But this is the concept of DOM. Okay guys, a document object model. And what kind of document? This is document, this is kind of document. Okay, so one last thing, that first of all, what is different type of document, different type of DOMs are available, but no need to learn all the DOMs. It's, although it's not part of our job. The first is, we have seen that this is, we are talking about HTML DOM. So Selenium interacts with HTML DOM. Okay, Selenium interacts with HTML DOM. So if you see the Selenium WebDriver architecture, Selenium internally interacts with HTML DOM. Okay, second thing is that we have XML DOM for XML documents, and the third thing is for core DOM. Core DOM means like core DOM standard model for all the document types. This is for XML document type, and this is for HTML document type. So what is the HTML document type? It looks like this. It looks like this. This is HTML document, HTML DOM. Okay. So in HTML DOM we have three different properties. So they will ask you at a time of interview, in HTML DOM we have three different properties. The first property is, in HTML DOM, the first property is that I mean, different things we can do. We can you know, get all the properties of HTML elements. It will provide different methods, and it provides, we can do some events also. So three different things we can do. We can change the properties, we can play with the properties. Second thing we can do with, we can access different methods, and the third thing, we can perform some events also. Okay, with the help of DOM, with the help of HTML DOM. So all these three things we can do with the help of HTML DOM. Okay guys, no need to learn about XML DOM and core DOM. It's I mean, it's not a cup of our tea, it's a different thing. Okay, so this is called DOM. Okay, document object model. Okay, and please go through it, guys. It's really important to understand document object model. Some very smart interviews, they will ask you, interviewers, that okay, what is HTML DOM? So you should, it shows your knowledge. Yes, that why stale element exception is coming, what got staled. This is a typical, example of a stale element exception. Okay, so this is all about okay, document object model, guys. So that's all for today, and guys, please subscribe the video and see, this is the W3C standard. I got this particular document from here, w3csool.com. They have clearly written this is a HTML documentary object like this. Okay, guys, so that's all for today. And guys, if you really like this particular video, so please like it, comment it, and share it, and please subscribe to my channel, and press the bell icon. A lot of videos are coming in future, so you will be notified accordingly. That's all for today, guys. Thank you so much.